It's 9:04 a.m. We will call this meeting to order.
Commissioners have had the opportunity to review the agenda and have no conflicts requiring recusal or abstention. Commissioner McPherson?
Yes.
Commissioner Saki?
Yes.
Commissioner Quarles?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to take this time to remember our veterans for this meeting. Thank you. Okay, approval of the agenda? So moved. Support. Any discussion? On Dean, all in favor say aye.
Yeah.
Yes, motion carries. Public comments.
I have Daryl.
Good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Daryl Hyde, Director of Highway Maintenance. Been an employee at the Road Commission for over 32 years, 28 years as the Director of Highway Maintenance. That would equate to probably over 400 employees. And I have to tell you, the last handful or so have been a train wreck. The chair and the vice chair are the engineers of the derailment. The Road Commission for Oakland County, not the Oakland County Road Commission, as the chair likes to call us, was a highly respected road commission. Why was that? Because our COC operated ethically, it operated legally, following all state statutes, transparently and independently. The last board meeting, the chair and vice chair, as well as David Woodward, all admitted to meeting with regards to the building project and other options. One would question, were those ethical meetings? Were they even legal meetings? Because they sure weren't transparent, and they were sure not independently thought out. So I want to make that point. And again, despite all that, the board has yet to meet with any RCOC employee with regards to this project. Yet they still meet with people on the outside. In a previous meeting, Commissioner Saki slammed his hand down on the table and said, "Let's get real about this. If I can save $17 million, I'll put $50K in everybody's pocket and this would go away." To me, that sounds like hush money or a payoff. Again, ethical. Whether you do it or say it, no. Those aren't the things we do at the Road Commission. And to be honest with you, that statement was pretty insulting as a Road Commission employee. And I can tell you there's others that will feel the same way. And now, since we're speaking of money, David Woodward, more than one stated how physically irresponsible RCOC's actions are regarding this building. The chair and vice chair have questioned this as well. Let's look at the numbers again. RCOC saved for 12 years to pay for this project, no bonding needed. Commissioner Woodward plans to spend $175 million in bond for that. The end cost is going to be over $400 million. Commissioner Saki mentioned that the $43 million could go up to $50 million. So I'm going to use easy numbers and let's say a 10% increase of cost. So you go from $43 million to $47.3 million. Let's run those same numbers against the county, because I would assume we could expect the same increase in cost. $175 million project turns into $192 million. $400 million in bonds turns into $440 million. Which agency is really being irresponsible fiscally? Commissioner Saki's point when he said, "Let's get real about what's going on." The RC board, here's my opinion. The RC board is working to save face for David Woodward by backfilling a building that would be otherwise empty with Woodward's plan to move the county employees to Pontiac. Pushback this board is seeing is due to the lack of respect given to the directors and its employees. And the directors, the deputy manager director, managing director, have built the reputation of this agency. We don't want to see it tarnished. And the things that are going on are tarnishing that. And I can tell you vividly that across the state, people are asking what's going on in RCOC. Thank you.
Thank you for your words. Anybody else wishing to speak? None being, we'll move on. Minutes from, May 14th, 2025. Need a motion to, approve the, minutes?
So moved. But
Aren't we gonna rescind some?
we're gonna rescind 4 motions, and I'm gonna
Corrections?
correct,
Of those minutes, yes.
I am gonna state each motion individually. So the first motion is we'll take a 90-day pause, direct all staff, including Dennis Cole, to repurpose EOB building to the specs of the RCOC and means of RFP. Invite competent general contractors report back every 7 days via email to the commissioners.
So, 90-day pause on project. Put it out for, bid with competent general contractors
It becomes a 30-day.
for the 30-day.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I signed. Remember, I
Yeah.
told you
Yeah, 30 days.
about 30 days.
But we want to keep the 90-day, correct?
No,
Water.
he got assigned 30 days, so we're
Okay.
gonna go with 30 days and we'll assess.
Okay.
We'll assess after 30 days.
So, motion for 90-day pause on project. 30-day, I'm sorry.
Right.
So is he doing them all together?
Doing them separate. You can do them separate, yeah. So a motion for a 30-day pause on project and put out for rebid with competent general contractors. Report back every, 7 days to the commissioners. Okay, Jim, how do you,
I would suggest, it's just my suggestion, that it's a 30-day extension, and I'll report every 7 days. I would just caution you on the general contract. We're not even close to having, we have to assess where we're at.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
I would leave the competent contractor out and
That's fine.
just have me report
Pause
back.
for 30 days, report
And
every 7.
Yep.
so the motion is a pause for 30 days
Yes.
and,
And I'll report every 7.
manage your budget report every 7 days to the
Via
commissioners.
email.
Okay, is there a second on the motion? I will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, discussion? All opposed? Motion carries, thank you. Okay, to rescind your thing, and what's item number 2?
Direct RCOC staff, including Dennis Cole, to coordinate Oakland County Sheriff's Office, Homeland Security, and develop a plan for a combined operations center. Meet with those 2 entities and report every 7 days.
Okay, the motion is to direct Oakland County Road Commission to meet with Homeland Security and what was the other one? Sheriff,
Oakland County Sheriff's Office,
County Sheriff's Office, County and Sheriff's Office
for combined operations center, traffic control.
for combined operations, center. Is there a second on the motion? I'll second it. Is there any discussion?
I'm looking back at the minutes. What are you relating that to?
Item 22, page 8 of the draft.
Thanks, I'll ask the vice chair. What are you relating it to?
Relating that to combining services for future.
That's item 22. Okay, thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Against? Motion carries. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mhm.
Item number 3.
That's it, right?
So we go back to approving the, minutes of May 14 with the,
As amended.
as amended and corrections. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any discussion? Okay, opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item number 6. Disbursements. A and B. Anybody have any, is there a second? Is there any discussion? I had one with security services. Item 59969.
That's what's
Central operations.
the question?
What is security services?
Securitas is our provider of security and dispatch services. You chose to extend their contract on a month-to-month basis back in December, I believe.
Are we working on doing that in-house?
You're planning on bringing it up in contract negotiations.
Needs to be addressed. So it's going into contract negotiations as of, why would it fall into that?
It's an operator's union position. That's what it was. Well, back then it was AFSCME position, but it's a union position.
Go after the contracts, we should have somebody to fill that seat.
Well, it'll be part of negotiations.
All right. And then I had a question with, item 514806, Michigan Property Network. Tree removal.
Yeah, that's our tree contractor that removes trees that are larger than 18 inches in diameter.
Don't we have a forestry division and, the road commission?
Yes, and it's been the standard that our crews don't take trees down larger than 18 inches in diameter.
That seems like something we could do in-house.
Well, that goes back, Mr. Chairman, to us falling a tree on a car and severely injuring somebody. And then at that point, it was decided, or I was sitting at this table, it was decided that we have enough work to do up to 18 inches in size. Some of these larger trees that take heavier equipment will contract out. We keep our forestry crews busy. They have more than enough work to do up to 18 inches.
Do we have the equipment?
You would need heavier equipment for some of these larger size trees.
Some of the trees, actually, they've brought in cranes to remove them.
That would cost additional equipment.
So we've looked at it and it's worked out great. Again, there's more trees in Oakland County that are 18 inches and smaller to keep our crews busy.
How many are in the forestry division?
We've got four forestry crews, 3-man crews in districts 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And there's 4 guys in each crew, or
3?
3?
You had a crew leader and 2 tree trimmers. Now, sometimes the crews could be larger with laborers, flagging and such, pulling brush or whatever the case may be.
But there are times when falls of the street and they do that work.
Correct. When it's on the ground, that's a different case. These are the ones that are still vertical.
Well, that's something I'd like to direct you to look at in the future to try to utilize our employees.
Like Dennis said, these guys are going out every day with full days. They're taking the random tree that is 28 inches or whatever. So I don't, other than adding more crews, I don't think adding 18-inch trees is going to make their workload any different. They're going to, and unless it's in,
They need more guys.
no, I'm saying that, as Dennis said, that, this is a supplemental activity that is done with 18-inch trees or larger. We don't always have a contractor working for us on a daily basis. Our forestry crews are working every day for us. So the majority of the trees that we take down are 18 or smaller. And we do handle all the storms, and during storm events, when trees come down, our crews come in and do it, not the contractor.
Correct. But when I met with some employees, they did bring that topic up, and then subcontracted out for 5 times as much as they're getting paid.
Well,
As an example, I'll probably exaggerate it, but
the dollar value that we pay to take trees down is incredibly low, but I'll put a comparison together. Again, these guys may be taking 1 tree down a day, where our guys are taking up to 10.
thank you for the explanation. Move the, all in favor, say aye, opposed? All in favor, say aye. On the, opposed, motion carries. Item number 7.
We can do A and B. It's recommended board approve the permits and adopt the road application as submitted by staff.
Support.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any discussion? Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8.
It's recommended board adopt the resolution granting the proposed abandonment.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Right. We need to do a roll call on that.
Commissioner McPherson,
Yes.
Commissioner Saki,
Yes.
Commissioner
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 9.
It's recommended board adopt the resolutions for retirement for Rob Welch and John McIntosh.
Any discussion? Are they here?
Nope.
Item number, what about? All in favor,
Retirement.
number 9?
Yes.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any discussion? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 10.
Recommended board adopt the resolution for our Act 51 annual county highway engineer reimbursement.
So moved. Support.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11.
Recommended board approve the agreement with the city of Berkeley for 2025 summer maintenance.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12.
Recommended board approve the task order agreement with Orchard Hills. This is for Bloomfield Village, Yellow and Gold SAD. And I'll just add to that, this is one of the biggest SAD projects we've had ever.
Against some of those subs. There's a lot going on there. What is?
Got a support?
Support. Yep. So moved. Support.
There's, any discussion? All in favor, say, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13.
13A, receive bids for annual estimated quantities for automotive batteries. It's recommended board award it to Rower Dink Inc.
So moved. Support.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
13B, receive bids for replacing service doors at our Lake Orion garage. It's recommended board award it to IDN Hardware and Sales.
Support.
Discussion? I have a question, why did we combine 2 of these together? When we go to 13C, there's another one. That was a separate is the question.
Just different locations. Different locations. Sometimes we can get lower bids from one contractor who is near to one district or another. That's why we separated them, and there was enough work at each one to justify it being a separate bid.
And then you got a little note on there too, based on Michigan prevailing wage scale.
Yes.
I didn't understand with that.
They bid, as you requested, prevailing wage.
I never seen it written like that though.
Let's,
So you know that.
Okay,
We had,
that's just asking.
I'm just saying, that's
All right.
prevailing wage is part of it.
All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
13C, took bids for service stores in District 6 garage. That's our repair garage. It's recommended board award it to IDN Hardware.
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, motion carries.
13D, we received bids for replacement of 2 HVAC units at our Waterford facility. It's recommended the board award it to Allied Building Services.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion? What building is this going on?
It's for the warehouse, which is in the back behind the sign shop building, and for the swamp, which is behind the stock room.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
13E, received bids for guardrail hardware and endings. It's recommended that the board split the bid to the vendors listed on the memo.
Support.
Discussion?
Is it, cost of service factor that's why we're splitting?
Yes.
And that's, Commissioner Quarles, it's kind of common that we do this, especially with these sorts of things. So the vendors aren't, they're used to this. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Let's-
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
14F, we received bids for trailer mounted message boards, 3 of them. It's recommended the board award it to Allied Equipment Rental.
Support.
Any discussion? Thank you for doing that. I did visit a Troy garage, 6 months ago. They did say they needed one, so I don't know where this one is going to. But thank you for addressing that.
Just to let you know, this is in our planning process. So it's, sometimes equipment breaks before we get the new stuff. So it's not just because they asked for it, we went out and got it. This was a part of our ongoing equipment process of replacing equipment.
These are, solar ones too, right?
Yes, I believe so.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
All right, item 14, it's recommended board approve the Sourcewell contract purchase of mastic hot applied patching material from Capco.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 15. Old business?
I'm under there. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just, like to let, the staff and the employees of the county, road commission, I should say, know that I did get a chance to read through the, emails, notes, even the ones that were handed to me the last few weeks. I'm very conscious of your concerns. I have mentioned to the chair that this may need to be broken down into smaller groups to see if there's a way that we can address some of these concerns. And he is working on that. But please know your concerns, your thoughts. issues that you see before you are of concern to myself, and I'm sure to the rest of the board members. And we'll do what's needed and what we can to help with that. I was gonna say it's gonna all be resolved, but some, maybe, you know, some decisions are made because of resources, both financially and staff.
I'd like to comment on, Commissioner Quarles', morale issue. There is a morale issue. I did go out and speak to, some employees at the, over at, what's that place called? The, farm market they have there. They had a good turnout. And when I got there, we had people from management and from the rank and file. And I was shocked that they were divided. I had one on this side and one on this side. I asked everybody to come together and mingle in because we're all one, and they didn't want to do it. And I was like, wow. So there's definitely a morale issue. I did discuss it with Dennis, along with my 3 other commissioners. I gave him some of the notes that were taken, and hopefully he will address them and get the morale back here at the road commission. But thank you, Commissioner Quarles, for bringing out the morale issue, and we're working on it. So thank you.
I received a letter at my home. I give it to Mr. Kolar, and anybody here wants to see it, see Mr. Kolar. I think the house is not in order, and there's a lot more to some of these comments that we hear here.
Any other discussion on morale? Okay, we'll go on to item number 16, new business.
We mentioned upstairs, that you might want to talk about changing the time of the board meeting.
Yeah, we'd like to move the board meetings to 1:30 instead of 9 a.m.
All future ones or just the particular?
Pardon me?
All future ones, unless.
We had some conflict with, I had some conflict with other stuff, so,
Okay. 1:30?
yes. Thank you, commissioners, for working with me. Any other new business need to be discussed?
I have none, Mr. Chairman.
Anything from the commissioners?
I'd like to thank you as we're going through these trying times, and please just hold tight and do it. What you can do.
Okay, move to adjourn.
And a minute to meet.
Mary, Pam, and Daryl.
How can I be associated with these two?
You wait. You wait.
But after we meet, can you meet with Dave and Nate and I?
Yeah. Yeah.